Hi guys, today I'm excited to give you my spoiler-free review for The Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf. Now, I've got to admit, this is my first time diving into anything from The Witcher. I haven't read the books, I haven't watched the live action series, so this was like my first taste of it, and honestly, I'm hooked. Let's talk about The Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf. Spoiler-free review. Now, before we dive into it, if this is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell. Okay, let's talk about it. Hey, Tessa from MamasGeeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Okay, so what I really liked about this is I feel like you didn't have to know anything about The Witcher to really get into this. Now, of course, those who have watched the show or read the books probably will get a little bit more out of this than I did. However, it feels like a really good introduction and a really good way to captivate a new audience, bring in a new audience. I loved the animation style of it. It's bloody, it's gory. There's some insane moments. There's off the wall, like unique looking, bizarre monsters, which I'm always here for when it comes to something like this. So I really enjoyed it. Plus the voice acting is good too. The story itself is fantastic as well. Like I said, I pretty much got sucked in within the first like 10 minutes. I was completely sold. And then the rest of it pretty much flew by. It drags on a little bit, but other than that, I mean, listen, I was like, now I can't wait to watch more of The Witcher. So if you guys have seen The Witcher, like, I'm ready to dive all into that. I'm definitely going to watch season 1. Season 2 is coming up soon. I haven't gotten to the books or the video games either, to be perfectly honest with you, but this makes me want to. It's very interesting. I love the story. I love the lore. I love what they're giving us. This feels very much like a setup for what's to come, okay? So, like I said, I haven't seen the other stuff, so I don't know how much they dive into the background and how stuff happened, and I'm trying to keep this spoiler free and it's really hard, but like how witches were created and why, right? Maybe they talk about that, maybe they don't, I'm not too sure, but they really dive into it in this one, and then they get to this story it's a little bit predictable, but it's really fun, it's really bloody, it's really unique and captivating, and I was immediately interested, like, okay, and then as stuff started to get more and more like revealed and put out there, I was even more excited. I know it's so hard because I'm saying this so vaguely, but I just don't know what's out there, and I don't want to ruin this movie for anybody, but what I will say is the animation style is great. It's bloody, it's gory, it's got monsters, it's got a lot of action, it's got some really epic battles, and this is my introduction into the Witcher lore, and I'm in it. I'm so in it, and I can't wait for more. I'm definitely gonna be watching the show. Someone told me there's video games and books, so I'm definitely gonna dive into that and check it out. But I think this is a great introduction to the lore. You do not have to know anything about The Witcher to really get this movie and to really be into this movie. And I think for those who know about it, this is going to give them a little bit more, a taste of a little bit more, maybe a little more background, and there's something, okay, the very end is something I kind of knew, and I was really excited to see it, and that's all I'll say, because again, I'm really trying to keep this spoiler free, but when you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Now, The Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf does come to Netflix on August 23rd. Seriously, guys, be sure to check it out, especially if you're into The Witcher. I think you'll really enjoy this. But don't shy away from it just because you don't know anything about The Witcher. Because I kind of was in that boat. Do I bother to watch it? Like, should I watch, if you guys saw my reaction to the trailer, I wasn't sure if I should watch the season 1 first. I think this is a great thing to do. Watch this, then go into the future of The Witcher if you are into it, which, like I said, I immediately was like, okay. I mean, I think halfway through I was like, oh, I'm totally sold, and I'm totally going to watch all things The Witcher now because it's very interesting, intriguing, love what they do. And of course, it's a lot of action and a lot of blood and a lot of gore and really cool monsters. So like, hello, why would I not be into that? I thought it was great. I love the way they did the animation. Again, the voice acting. Everything about this was fantastic. It's a little slow and it's a little bit predictable. Those are my biggest issues, but it's still a fantastic watch. You guys let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If by the time you got to this review, you've already seen The Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf, let me know your review down below. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. You can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at MamasGeeky over there. MamasGeeky. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face Thank you again to everyone who supports me.